Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to the Shiny Souls Cafe Astrological Insights for July 2022. I'm starting to get a little hoarse here. I've done so many of these, but I'm sure you don't mind. So I ran this chart for July 1st, 2022 at 9:49 p.m. And that is because that is when Aquarius is on the ascendant or is the rising sign in the day. And so there are a couple of things going on in your chart that I wanted to point out for the insights for the month. And Saturn still being in your house of identity is one of them. And Saturn tends to make us feel as if our identity is serious business. There's limits and boundaries. We want to build a strong foundation for our identity. We want to solidify that identity and maybe become an authority in an area or a field. But it's more about our personal identity than it is our career or public identity. And so that's good. Saturn is going to move into your second house of personal resources at some point in 2023, and Pluto is going to take its place in your first house in March 2023. So the full moon that will take place on July 10th is actually going to take place from around this area in your sixth house at 21:21. The sun will be at 21:21, and the moon will be here in Capricorn at 21:21. And this is your 12th house. This is the day-to-day obligations, duties, and those sorts of things. This house represents kind of our subconscious. People think of it as past lives, but what we're leaving behind before we start on the new leg of our journey. And so this full moon here, we just had a new moon on June 28th in Cancer. The full moon in Cancer is the moon being here is gonna be so close to Pluto, it's gonna be within 6 degrees, that I feel like this is a very strong full moon. Certainly not a normal full moon, and will probably be more akin to a partial solar eclipse. And so we can expect for things to happen from this full moon that would not have happened at another time. So unusual experiences. During the month, we're going to have Mercury, Venus, and Mars all changing signs. Mercury is going to change signs twice this month. On the 5th, it will go into Cancer. On the 5th, Mars will also go into Taurus. And on the 17th, Venus will go into Cancer. And on the 18th, Mercury will move through Cancer and come out the other side into Leo. So Mercury is going to occupy Leo. It's first going to occupy Cancer. Venus is going to occupy Cancer, and Mars is going to occupy Taurus. So what that means for you is Mars is moving into your 4th house of home, health. Home, health, and happiness. Home and family. And Mars is going to put extra energy into your home environment or your family environment. Mars is it's probably a good idea to think about a project you want to do around your home to kind of use some of this energy that Mars is going to bring into your home. It would be a good idea to find some way of expressing this energy. Mars has not been his normal self in Aries. Mars rules Aries, and normally when Mars is in Aries, we get an uptick of Aries energy, assertiveness, aggressiveness, strong wills, that sort of thing. But with Jupiter here, that has expanded Mars's energy, and the Aries ram kind of stereotype. It's not stereotype, it's another kind of type, but I can't remember that word right now. So we haven't had the easiest time with Mars in Aries. When Mars goes into Taurus, Mars will calm down because, first of all, he won't be so close to Jupiter. And Jupiter is actually going to retrograde. Jupiter will go retrograde on July 28th and retrograde back here into Pisces. Not quite making it to Neptune, but retrograde back into Pisces. On the 19th, Chiron is going to start to retrograde. So the energy here in Aries should calm down, if not feel as if it's really not, so that it feels as if it's not really that challenging anymore. When Mars moves into Taurus, it will move towards Uranus, and on August 1st, it will conjunct Uranus here in your house of home. So it would be a good idea to pay attention to that over the next month and kind of the trend of where things are going. However, and I say that partially because Uranus rules Aquarius, but Saturn also rules Aquarius, and so you have some good energy in your chart, even if it does feel a little bit restrictive. You have positive energy in your chart that's there for you to use to help you build that strong foundational identity. Uranus in your house of home can make it feel like that unexpected things are happening either with your home, your mom, any family in general. So people that you live with, though, not people out there, but people that you live with. When Mercury goes through Cancer, it is going to oppose Pluto here. Now remember, I talked about the full moon being opposite, or the moon being conjunct Pluto or almost conjunct Pluto when we have the full moon. But now I'm talking about Mercury going through here and making that opposition to that Pluto over there in the 12th house. So again, that's the subconscious, behind the scenes stuff that's going on, and the stuff you're letting go of, so you can move forward. My dog is playing with the other little puppy I'm dog sitting, so he's making quite the noise. And after Mercury opposes Pluto, the sun is also going to oppose Pluto. So not only do we have that energy of a full moon happening so close to Pluto, but now we've got Mercury and the sun opposing Pluto. And so there's something there. There's a there that needs to be taken care of. There's some sort of transformational energy that you need more information regarding, but also that is going to be spotlighted. So there's going to be a spotlight on some subconscious background things that happen outside of your normal awareness, so that you are able to pay attention to it. So when the sun gets up here and opposes Pluto, you're going to have this experience of recognizing something suddenly and feeling as if you already knew it, but you didn't know you knew it, if that makes sense. So what do you know that you didn't know you know? You'll find out. And Mercury is going to move into Cancer, which is going to bring this whole Venus is going to move into Cancer, and Venus in Cancer is very pleasant. Venus is the other benefic planet, and anywhere she goes, she kind of brings this gift of diplomacy and balance and harmony, and Cancer loves that. Cancer is very well attuned to Venus's energy, because the moon rules Cancer, and Cancer and Venus have a lot in common as far as the emotional state goes. However, the moon is just emoting, and Venus is able to take that and turn it into something beautiful and real that can be used for our benefit. So, other than the big push next month for Mars and Uranus here, the only other thing that is a highlight for this month is we already have Pluto, Jupiter, and Neptune retrograde. And in this month, we are going to also get Jupiter and Chiron retrograde. So we'll have total of 5 planets retrograde, and so we'll experience that kind of internalizing of all of this energy of the several outer planets and 2 social planets that are retrograde. The rest of this year is going to be tough. We've already experienced some of that. We have not experienced all of it. We can expect the next year, actually, to be especially trying. And so, we need to learn to breathe deeply and slowly and allow ourselves to feel. Thank you. I will be here each week, and to give more detail about the alignments for each week, I will also be here next month, August. And so if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or contact me on my website, soulofchiron.com. And if you would like a reading, you can also request a reading on the website or through the comments, and I'll be happy to get you scheduled. All right. Thank you, Aquarius. I will see you soon.